Yeah,
I'm a Titan. 2.
That's
I'm a
two.
Titan.
3.
Yeah,
Nice, okay.
that's more than that's
Easy
more
dubs
than
then. Let's go!
Are you streaming it, are you?
Yes, I am.
No.
Yes. One, which is me. Literally, I just do it just to record stuff, just to save clips. That is it.
And yeah, it's easier than saving like an hour-long clip of a long-ass raid.
Instead of having it taken up like 50 gigabytes of storage on the PS5.
Yeah, just upset shit onto fucking YouTube and be like, oh look, we did a thing.
I just noticed Warcliffe has extended mag.
and it's still only got
But
one in the
still
mag.
one.
Yeah.
That is sad.
They literally did that just to make the reload fast.
Pretty much.
That is stupid.
And then Lunafaction is like Lamau, Uno Reverse.
Pretty much.
Especially the older factions.
Oh, you remember the Warcliffe infinite ammo glitches?
Oh my
from, like,
god, yeah.
Leviathan? It was
What?
ridiculous. Basically, there was a glitch you could pull off where you could get like 800 Warcliffe shots in your magazine. And
Oh
people
my
did
God.
the entirety of the Leviathan raid just using Warcliffe.
That sounds like memes.
And it sounded
That
different
shit
back
was
then.
phenomenal.
That sounds like peak memes. Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's like peak Destiny, that right there.
I saw at least 4 Titans though.
Oh, then
Yeah, Casper's
it's,
a
I said
Titan
I
as
was a
well.
Titan.
Yeah, no, yeah, 4
it's easy going then.
We're just gonna destroy the fucking woman. What if we get like actual dialogue for the screen?
If our theory is right and Callus is the raid boss for Witch Queen, I'd love for him to just
Fucking Callus.
chat to us during
That
the
would be a
raid.
huge meme if Callus was the fucking raid boss.
Starring in 2 raids then, holy shit.
Technically, he's not in Leviathan because, you know.
He's got his Robo
Robert
Bros
is.
in the original.
It is the robot.
He's a robot.
Robot? Are you killing him?
I mean, there is little to no reason to kill everything.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I just beeline all the way through it every time.
Oh god. Oh, and Forest
Freak.
Sledge.
The
And
info.
Forest Sledge.
Okay, you got him?
Yeah. Oh.
There's some massive bonus.
Essentially, if you revive yourself, instead of being revived by others, then you get
How about
sent
just
all
stick
the way to the back.
Drive back. I still don't know the way.
Jasper.
It is completely true.
Ooh, everything. Is it good? No, it's got unrelenting.
Commemoration. How bad is it? No, that's pretty bad.
Oh,
I
there's
actually get a
come
decent
on,
PvP
come on,
roll
come on,
heritage the other day. I had slide shot moving target.
No, that's
my
not
thing
bad.
didn't. My thing didn't stop.
I tried it with the grid skipper, and the grid skipper was very tasty.
That'd be good.
My thing just didn't stop, so I couldn't get into the hole
That's a big rip.
or into the bubble rather.
Good job, Strides. Yeah, that's it. If you follow Viger over here.
That did not work.
Sardines.
Sardines. Oh, how convenient.
Okay, now
One
I made it
person
too.
just got
So I'll
abandoned.
just open the chest.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
Casper.
Just open the chest.
Oh, King, you're actually driving pretty fast now. They have the
Oh,
FOV
King, don't be
boost.
fast.
A little
I think
bit.
it does a smidge, yeah. It's not hugely noticeable, but
That's Succession.
it might be
That's
visual.
Succession.
Point is, you feel like you're going big fast. That's very
tasty.
good.
That's
What you
tasty.
get?
Reconstruction, recombination. That is definitely the best one I have had so far.
You were
That's
very
the
close.
one-
That
that's
is the
roll
second
that
best
I used
roll,
on
yeah.
mine for like fucking ages until I got.
So I'm very
Solid
happy.
roll.
I'm very
Congrats.
happy.
Congrats.
But still, I still want the war
You're
people
still
now,
on the
but
hunt for those.
now I can actually survive and say, hey, I have a good roll. That's not reconstruction trash.
Like,
No pun intended, very intended.
Indeed.
Wardcliff Coil, if you own it.
Woodcliff, 1k, regular rocket launchers, stuff like
But
that.
if you're using 1K, be careful so you don't.
Stay back.
blow
That's
yourself up.
that too, and don't switch the aim so you kill more pipes with one stone.
That's probably more relevant with Warcliffe.
Alright.
Believe me, I've killed us with 1K.
Strides, how much do you know about this part?
The pipes.
Yeah, the pipes. That is very correct. Would you like to know how this encounter functions? Okay, basically, throughout this entire encounter, there's going to be two buffs that spawn. So one of them's in the hole right here, and when one of us picks
Tiger
Tiger.
stripes, tiger stripe.
Sorry. And so this one here, we call this red man because it's red. When someone picks it up, that's going to start the encounter. And essentially, the role of red man is, if you follow me down here, it's all open right now, but it will close. Basically, red man is able to shoot these panels, these look like this, and will open up these doors and let you get down into this bit underneath here. Now there's going to be another guy with a yellow version of red man. It'll look the same pretty much, just it's yellow. And what that guy can do is, you see there are like these panels down here as well. They can see these from up there. And essentially, whoever's got yellow man will see two on each side that are glowing yellow. And so we have a numbering system for this. So starting at this end, and it's the same for the opposite side. This end to that end is 1 through 5. So on light side, which is what we call the pipe side, you've got 1 there, and then that's 2. And then this will be 3 here. And then on that pipe is 4, and on the wall in the back there is 5. And then, yeah, that's light side with all the pipes. And then over this side with like the servers and shit, we call this one dark side. And then, so this here will be number 1. Then off to, in this little corner, that'll be number 2. Then that boy in the far there is number 3. And one on the red shit is number 4, and then on the wall behind you right there is number 5.
A somewhat easy way to remember this if you get disoriented is if you look over where Viger currently is standing. Yeah, like this is you have the staircase coming down here, and the closest one to you on the left it will essentially be number 1 on the left side. Liv, did you give him our numbering system or the other numbering system?
I gave him the intelligent numbering system
Okay,
where they're
yeah,
both
okay,
1 through
good.
5.
Okay, good. Alright, essentially, so long as you can just get back to the staircase where you went down, the closest one to you will always be in number 1, and the furthest one away to you will always be in number 5.
Yeah.
If you can just get back to this place right here, if you should ever get disoriented or confused. This is a nice way to remember it.
Basically, the role of the operator is you'll get told 2 numbers for each side, so 2 on light and 2 on dark, and you just go shoot them. 1 time,
Yeah.
1 bullet, and that's it. That's it. No, it doesn't matter what order or what side you do first. You just need to shoot all 4 numbers that get called out on both sides. Well, 2 on each side.
Essentially, there are 10 panels in total, and if you shoot any other than the 4 correct ones, that you'll be told which ones it will be. If you shoot any of the other ones, it'll cause a wipe, essentially, for the person down here.
Yeah.
That's
And
why
so
it's important to communicate. And
there's a little bit more, which is relating to how we start up a damage phase. So after those 4 panels are shot, that is what starts up DPS. But if the thing you're stood on right now, is the thing that Redman's in, and how these work. These all appear throughout basically every encounter. And how they work is, if, say, Redman is in it, it can be picked up from any one of these little terminals anywhere in the encounter. So we can use it to pass these buffs between each other. So once whoever's got Redman down here has shot all the panels, they'll put it in the hole, and someone upstairs can pick it up. And then whoever's got the yellow buff, which is called Scanner, they do have names, it's simpler to refer to them by colours, will pass it down here, and then whoever's down here will have a very important job. So if you come to where Tiger Stripe's at, how we know which of the pipes to shoot is these little fuses on this side and this side. One of them will be glowing yellow, and that is the one that we have to shoot every time. So once it's destroyed, a different one will glow yellow. And basically that's how the DPS phase works. So if someone upstairs shot the wrong one, then we all die.
you said you have done this previously, correct? Yeah, essentially you can only shoot. Yeah, that's completely fine. There's only supposed to be 1 person down here anyways. Essentially, in your previous encounter of this raid, you will have been told which pipe to shoot first, and this is how they figure out which pipe to shoot first. Essentially, you bring the scanner down here by picking it up from the terminal, and whichever one glows yellow will correspond to the pipe upstairs and tell us which one to shoot upstairs.
Yeah.
We don't really give them numbers, we just, like currently...
Light, yeah, so this side is the light side, left, middle, right, and then this side is the dark side, left, middle, right.
It makes more sense from the upside perspective, because upside there's a really dark area and a really light area. It's not that transparent down here. On top side it's really easy to tell which is which.
Yeah.
So if you stay downstairs, then you just have to try to remember that left side equals dark side, and the right side equals the light side.
You just remember by the pipings as well. It's very bright pipes.
The pipes are on light side.
Yeah.
There's only like, okay, two more small side notes. If any servitor is alive anywhere on the map, we will not be able to use the terminal. It will be closed off. So if that's ever happening, then that's why. Someone
We'll
hasn't
deal
told
with
the
them.
servitor.
We'll deal with them.
Yeah, we'll deal with them quickly, but that's just why that happens. And then also, when the person with the red man buff is down here shooting all four of their panels, if they take too long, the game will eventually decide to kill you. So this entire room will glow red, and you'll slowly burn to death.
You do have a fairly good amount of time.
Yeah, it's a pretty generous time limit, so don't panic
Yeah,
about it or anything.
don't stress about it. It's just like if you get really like thrown off or disoriented, then that could
I'm
be
just
why
letting you know that it's a
wipe down
thing,
here.
so that if it does happen, then you know why.
Yeah. It's whatever. We try again. We go again.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nice.
Do you want to try and grab the red man, or do you want to try to grab the yellow man? Which role do you want to learn? All right.
Okay, give him red man.
Oof, I need to get my forklift. Give me a second.
That's fine.
I'm used to just sticking on a sword, but I can't really kill the pipes. with a
Essentially,
sword.
just so you kind of know what the scanner, the yellow man, what to do. If you go over to where Viger is, essentially after you pick up the red man, I'll pick up the yellow man and see through like little glass in the floor right there. Like I can see the panels from up here. You can see one of the panels directly down there, on another one on the right side there, and then there are three more with glass floor where I can like
This
see
one's a little
through
bit
them and
better.
see which one is glowing from up here, and then I can communicate to you
You're gonna have to
which
sit
one
here
is
in
to
front
shoot
to see it
essentially
properly.
while you have the red man. So that's how the scanner works pretty much. Or yellow man. You don't need to worry about that. I was just like telling you.
You're gonna be red man.
Yeah.
Or operator, as its actual name is.
Doesn't matter. People will understand either.
Yeah.
You can start it whenever you want to.
No.
Actually, you're gonna sit in the airlock where you are right now.
Alright. For dark side, when you go down there and so to your left, it's going to be 5 and 4. The 1/3 is away from you.
So if you open up the doors and let the go
You can also shoot the red glowing panel. And then I'll give it over to you. 5 and 4. The 1/3 is away from the staircase. Alright. Over to you, Lip.
Yep. Double check the light side.
Perfect.
Cool. Light side, I'm just checking right now. Give me a second. Okay, light side you're gonna have 4 and 5, so the two that are very close together on the pipe and the wall, further from each other.
Perfect.
Now if you want to put red man into the terminal door.
The terminal right next to the staircase where you went down. Someone pick up right now.
Go.
I've got scanner. And then you're gonna pick up the scanner and tell us which one of those little fuses is yellow. Good job.
And then keep looking. It will switch sides. Okay, we got it. Alright.
That's all.
Now I need to get you
That was
out.
pretty much perfect. Well done.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Yep, if you want to send scanner up for our group.
Grab it.
Right, boys, Casper's dead and I don't have a res.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, they're gonna rotate down the guy who picked up scanner.
Okay, if you want to go left for me, strides, or if you're facing the door, go right. That's fine, it should just let you out. Alright, where am I going?
Yeah, it opens by itself.
Alright, for dark side it's number 5 and 3. Dark side is number 5 and 3. There's a servitor alive somewhere.
My bad. He's dead.
Alright, transferring scanner. 5 and 3 dark side.
Yeah, I've got him. It's just the others now.
Liv will give you those.
Light side is 3. Not R3, the regular 3.
I'm burning.
Yeah, because we're using a different call set today.
We're using the standardized callouts instead of
Ah, I
our
thought we was using our strats. Okay.
personal callouts. No.
No, we're using the real
Alright,
call
Redman's gonna reset. Just keep a lookout for him. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Do you wanna grab it? You can go downstairs.
You can go back down again.
You might wanna revive me whilst you're at it. Oh, okay, then just leave me dead. Go down and shoot number 3.
Light
Casper.
side is 3 and... what was it? 4? Yeah, 3 and 4.
Yes.
Yes.
Dick.
Perfect.
Right, good shit.
Yeah,
Yep, set it up for us.
Send it up.
Got it. Nope. Somebody took it.
Right, there you go, the scanner for you.
What do you see?
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
And that's that.
essentially if we
you did
are...
really good with that operator.
Yeah, you did amazingly.
Yeah.
If
very good.
if everything goes perfectly, you can get it down to a 1 phase, but then everything needs to be super fast.
Yeah.
But that takes a little while. Great job. Did amazingly as operator.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Yet there are so many people on the forums who are too squeamish to use any of the operator or scanners.
Nice king.
Like pretty much everyone else for that first encounter is either on add clear or like
Scanning.
Yeah.
like boss. I was gonna say
My favorite thing to
but
do as operator in the first one is to go, like, just grab a sword.
Did somebody try and well skate? I was gonna say there's just a random well
Somebody
on the
tried to
side
well
of a
skate.
slope. Okay, King, can you walk a bit closer for us?
Oh yeah, my bad.
Lament, a Nova Bomb.
Lament is good, Galahorn is good, Nova Bomb for Warlocks.
That's fine.
Right, so if King got the stasis, then we'll send 3 Titans up here. Okay, let's go.
It goes with.
Okay, I'll stay. I'll stay downstairs. Stride. Oh my god. Yeah, I was gonna say Strides can go upstairs and Actually, no. Strides, you're gonna stay. Damn it. Honestly, I was really hoping that flag would go further to the screen. Strides, you're gonna stay down here and grab the red man. Liv will explain what red man does. King, I want you to run scanner for us.
This one? I feel like scanner
Okay,
is
so-
more fun for this one.
Well, King has a PS5. He gets to experience
A
scanner.
little bit interesting.
That's also true.
So these little terminals work the exact same way as they did in the first encounter. If you'd like to follow Tiger up here, don't get too close to the purple ball. That'll start the encounter. Basically, when we started, there's going to be a big robot. She's called Atrax, and there's the weird thing about this encounter is there's essentially two separate arenas, right? So where King is at, once we start it, there'll be 4 lifts that come down, and you can take them up and you can go upstairs. So there'll be 4 copies of Atrax down here, and there'll be 4 of them upstairs as well. Down here, the red man is going to spawn in, so it's going to be a vandal with it this time instead of it just being in the hole. And red man has a slightly different task to what red man did in the last encounter. So because we've got a load of titans, we can just thunder crash one phase her. So what's going to happen upstairs and downstairs as well, there's going to be 3 servitors on each side. And once we've, well, each floor, I guess, once we've killed all of them, that's going to start our damage phase. So you guys down here are just going to murder all of your servitors straight away. You're going to grab the red man buff, and you and, who else is down here? Is it Josh?
No, I'm going upstairs.
Who else is down here?
I'll stay down.
Okay, so and you and Viger are going to make your way upstairs. There is, yeah, you're going to have operator buff, and the first thing you'll need to do with it is, you see the panels next to the elevators? Basically, if they're upstairs and someone's taken them, you can shoot those panels to call them back down. So that's how you and Vigar are going to get upstairs with the rest of us. Once you've cleared out all your servitors and you've got Redman, you guys, you know, feel free to make your way upstairs, because the first damage phase is always upstairs, and this should be a pretty clean one phase. Once you are upstairs, we're essentially going to beat the fuck out of the boss, and she should just die pretty much instantly. And after that, as operator, you're going to have one job. So every time we do a damage phase, the boss is going to drop one of those purple balls which somebody can pick up. You as operator will be able to see like a little red circle in that purple ball, and when you shoot it, it will drop off of the person. And what's happening with that is that whenever you have a purple ball attached to you, you have a timer, about 30-40 seconds. If that timer is allowed to run out, it will spawn an Atrax that instantly wipes all of us. So your job as operator is to pretty frequently shoot the little purple ball off of whoever's got it, so that Atrax doesn't spawn in and kill all of us. And that's pretty much what your job is going to be.
Yeah. Just to summarize, we stay down here, we kill the regular rats, we kill the servitors, and you'll be on the lookout for whichever ad is running around with the red man / the operator. After you got the operator, you'll be calling down those lifts in the middle area here by shooting the panels. After a little while, those lifts are gonna come down. We enter these lifts. We start a damage phase upstairs, and someone is going to grab the little purple mysterious orb from the boss, and whoever picks up the little purple orb is going to have it floating above their head. The most important job for you will be to shoot the little purple orb above their head to refresh the timer to ensure that we don't die, essentially. And yeah. Other than that, the scanner will essentially tell us which boss to go for, similarly to the last encounter where we had to know which pipe to shoot first. Just like in this counter, we need to know which boss to go for first.
Yeah. So instead of like a fuse glowing yellow, it will be one of the copies of the boss that will glow yellow that the scanner is able to see.
Yeah. Normally, we would just give you scanner, just like get you really familiar with that role, but we have a new guy, or not a new guy, but we have a guy in our party who just got his PlayStation 5 a day ago, so he wanted to do a scanner and see what that's like on the PlayStation 5. So yeah. Any questions or
I mean, we could
uncertainties?
theoretically save a checkpoint if you want to try the scanner as well.
We could.
And
I have
I
one more
could have
thing to
a
add
nab
with
at
this.
another succession.
Is when we started up, you'll see that the boss has like a little segmentation in her health bar. One phase is just us getting down to that, and essentially she's gonna do a final stand. All 8 copies of her are gonna all teleport upstairs, and King, who's gonna be the
Whoa.
scanner,
Whoa.
is essentially gonna tell us which of those 8 we need to go and slap.
Yeah.
we don't really have names for them, so just make sure you just follow where King's going, and shoot the one that he shoots, basically.
Essentially, if we damage the incorrect boss, similarly to like the incorrect pipe in the last encounter, that will also cause a wipe.
Yeah.
So just follow the rest of us, see where the scanner is going, and damage the boss that the scanner is telling us to damage.
Right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Think so. Oh, and one more personal note, there are going to be a lot of ads in this area downstairs, so just play your life, be careful.
King, I'll give you a shout if Scanner forms downstairs. So you know, you got your fight. Yeah, it's down here.
Now servitors are going to spawn next to us, Strides. Just make sure to kill those. Yeah. Alright, the operator, the red man, is on the far left side, Strides, so if you move your way over here. Yeah. And on the ground right there is the red man. Alright, so now you can call down the lifts in the middle area. Just call down 2 of them.
I got it for free off of Cry's account.
I need to borrow her account to get that.
Alright, the lifts are here,
Because it's
so if you can make your way to the middle area,
So cool.
yeah, you just go. Perfect. Alright, in 10 seconds we can start the DPS phase.
Lucky bastard getting it for free. Or tactical, I don't know.
I wasn't tactical, I was cleaning out
let's
a
go.
vault.
What are you seeking?
Right side?
Alright.
See a lot of things. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, Nuka.
1.
There you go. Build a wall.
And if you look at King right now, Strides, you'll see that he has like a purple ball right above him. Just shoot that ball. Perfect.
There you go.
That's
And that's how you
exactly what you need to
reset
do there.
Alright, let's go.
3, 2, 1, go. And there you go. That's the second encounter done.
It's very quick.
Back in
Oh,
the days, it
Heritage.
used to require far more damage
Succession.
phases.
This
Moving
heritage was almost
target,
better than my other one, but
combination.
it's not.
Moving target recombination. Now, music, max, everybody
Oh,
silence.
yes. Music time.
If you appreciate good music, Strides, then I highly recommend turning it up.
Let's put a shader on these line rampants, I just haven't bothered. we just take like marks and shit out of the loot pool for the hidden chests?
That'd be good.
Just goes through you. Okay, okay.
Stride, stand still for me. Yeah, stand with kick. Look left.
He knows. He knows. And you both missed.
Oh, fuck me.
I was going for king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lunge
Yeah, so
distance
they're
and
basically
tracking.
capping how much velocity you can get with Eager Edge.
Nope.
I wonder why.
Ah, no idea.
Thank you for freeing me from that box.
Alright, so for this encounter, instead of just having the red and yellow man, slash operator and scanner, we also have a blue figure involved, and that involves a third mechanic, essentially. Can you other guys stop for a second? Thank you. Alright. Essentially, the scanner role is very similar to what you've essentially seen previously. You pick up the scanner, and the role of the scanner will be to essentially tell us where to deposit bombs.
I'll be
So
right
essentially, what's going to happen after a certain after a certain amount of time has passed, bombs can like drop out of these little mechanical inventories right there, either there, or on the opposite far side there, and it's going to be the exact same for right side essentially. So there are 4 places where nukes/bombs can be created. We pick those up after the red man shoots these panels. See, there's a panel right there. Yeah, right above it. There's a panel above each and every one of these like mechanical nuke deposits. Also one right over there, if you see. And there's something equivalent to this on the opposite side. So the first thing that's gonna happen is that the red man/operator spawns in the nukes. People go to grab said nukes, and then the scanner will essentially tell us where to deposit these nukes. And if you can, from up here, if you get to the edge, you can see there are 4 like depositories beneath us, 2 on the left side and 2 on the right side. And the scanner will tell us where to bank these bombs. We'll only be banking 2 bombs at a time. And essentially we call this one L1, this one L2, this one R1, this one R2. It's kind of similar to the buttons on a typical PlayStation controller. Yeah, so the scanner's job will be to tell us where to bank these bombs. And while all of that is happening, the new mechanic, the blue guy, essentially, he's going to be moving a lot around to essentially allow us to deposit these bombs. So if you come over to where Viger is standing right now, you see this little ball right there. Essentially, whoever has the blue man will have to stand directly beneath this ball, and he will have to shoot at Tanix over there in the middle. If you shoot at him right now, that'll start the encounter, so please don't. And
I'm surprised nobody did just then, not gonna lie.
yeah, honestly.
Like
And whoever has the blue man, after shooting at Tanix while standing beneath this little floating object right there, he'll have to do the same thing for the floating ball over in the middle, right there where I'm shooting. And he'll have to do it one more time beneath the ball that's above Liv, or Tiger Stripe, over to the far right side. And after shooting Tanix once, while beneath all 3 of these balls, he'll be stunned, and we will be able to deposit these nukes, essentially. And that's pretty much it. Are also going to be Overload champions here, so yeah. Yeah, that is correct. Operator is undoubtedly the easiest part, while Scanner and Operator have a slightly harder time. Most difficult one is Operator. Suppressor.
You
Suppressor.
Blue Boy.
Suppressor. The Blue Boy and Red Boy have the most difficult jobs. Yeah, Scanner calls out where to deposit the bombs, essentially. All 3 of these little guys will be dropping randomly from ads that we kill, essentially.
Yeah, but
And
the 3
also,
vandals
after each
spawned.
round we have deposited, one of the augments will be deactivated. It will say so down in the left corner, right above the super bar where all the other buffs.
Yeah.
It will say the augment you have, like Scanner, Operator, or Suppressor, deactivated.
Okay. I gotta be starting.
We're going, kids.
Apparently. Which one do you want to try your hand at, Strengths? Alright, Blue Boy. Just locate Blue Boy. On King.
I've got.
Go to pick up Blue Boy. Perfect. Then essentially you can get ready by standing beneath the ball, and as soon as it starts glowing, shoot Tanix once with your gun, and repeat that process with the other 2 balls scattered around. That's right now.
Okay, we have L2 and R1.
Perfect.
Alright, scanners deactivated and put it in the hole.
Yeah, do the same thing.
Alright, L1 and R1. Perfect.
Alright, who is deactivated?
I am. Someone will have to pick up scan.
I can grab one. I believe King is derelict.
You playing in the Innocent King? No, it's not possible.
King, I think you're being slightly incriminated.
I don't
by
think
the
your
giant
gift was
glowing yellow
acting.
light above your head.
Then you do it once more, Strides.
Both worked? Okay. Like I jumped
Perfect.
Someone is gonna have to grab Redman for me, please.
or not. Code.
Okay, I've got L2. I remember doing this with some randoms, and L2 was further back. Which did,
People have different colors for this.
yeah,
Yeah.
like Atheon clock. Ugh.
Oh, fuck Atheon Clock. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, from a...
Liv
like,
has your chance to for redemption.
Oh,
No,
Never
Never mind.
it was good old deactivated.
Who is disabled? Is it blue now?
Okay, so you're gonna want to bank for us?
In any of the
Terminals. Look, where Vigor is, where Vigor is.
There's one where Vigor is right now. Operator?
Yeah, I was just giving us some time.
Yeah, but
Where are we going? I'll go.
for a second there I actually thought Strides wouldn't be deactivated once, which would have been amazing.
That would have been brilliant.
That was literally the last one, so...
Yeah, I know.
At the
That's
very
so
end of the
close.
game was just like, how about no?
I mean, it's completely random, but still. What are the odds?
Really got to try out the new toy.
Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, you tried to kill me. Good shit. Congratulations. Good on you, dumbass.
I survived. I had a shield from the well.
Hell
Yeah.
How are you? Arcane.
Hello.
I'm going in circles. Oh, I crashed. I'm not sure what into though.
How are you? Oh my
What?
god, I died again.
You just died. It does that sometimes.
Could I?
What? At
That's
some
why I'm,
point
that's
it's
why
gonna
I'm
happen during
terrified
the
of flawless runs with this, even though
Yeah,
we've done it
that
multiple
shit's scary.
times.
What are you doing?
We're doing deep
Heritage.
stone.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
really?
got the short end of the stick.
Do a loader. Fudge.
First time?
It's a very nice shotgun. You want the PvP or PvE or yes?
Reconstruction,
Yes.
recombination is the role you want.
This is the role you're looking for.
Got a rapid hit rampage posterity that went in the bin.
1k, it's more fun.
Why?
They pro 1k, they both work to be fair. They both.
Who is the warlock? King, you're running
I'm
Divi.
putting reeds on because then I get to use Huckleberry.
Alright. Liv, do you want to explain this part, or do you want me to?
I can do. Okay, so strides. Basically, with this area, first off, don't shoot the big mound of debris in the middle or get too close to it. That will start the encounter. Aside from getting near him, you can go anywhere else. So essentially, we've got 3 areas. First off, over by the big building with the orange light, we call that orange side.
Yes, flick me that way.
This white area here, called spawn, because spawn here, and then over by this little building here, we call this blue side because it's fake.
Thank you.
Those are the 3 sides. So when we started up, Tanix is going to spawn in, and he's a big boy. And the most important feature about him is that he's going to have 4 little glowing orange jets, 2 in his back and 2 in his front. Basically, after we kill ads for a bit, and that's when the 3 roles from the last encounter will spawn, so blue man, red man, and yellow man. After we've acquired those, Tanix is going to basically choose one of these areas to go and set up shop in. When he does that, first off, he's going to start trying to kill you with big purple meteors, so make sure not to avoid those before they hit the ground because they one shot. We're going to shoot all 4 of his little jets, and from each of them is going to pop one of the little bombs from the last encounter. Exactly the same mechanic. So, and this is a one-phase strat. So basically how that functions is whichever side Tanix goes to, you can't bank in any of the little bins there, but you can bank literally anywhere else. So on the blue side you can see left and right there. Just to our left. On the orange side you see the right side one just there, and the left one is sort of hidden from here, but you can just about see it. And then spawn, Vigor is sat on the left one right now, and Casper is next to the right. And so we will basically organize who's going to be going where, depending on where Tanix goes. In that first round, he actually never goes to blue. So if you want to have somewhere that you always know you can always go to, then we can have you go to the blue side, if you want to do that. In this encounter, once we start picking up the bombs and running them towards the bins, Tanix is going to do a mechanic where he's going to trap someone completely randomly in a big purple bubble. and it is the job of operator to shoot them out of that bubble so that they can keep running their bomb to a bin and get there before they hit 10 radiation and die. That's pretty much all operator does, so Tanix will do that twice when we pick up the 4 bombs. He'll trap 2 different people, or the same guy twice if he's unlucky. And that's the entire operator thing. Because we are doing a one-phase strat where we shoot off all 4 of the bombs, scan is pretty much useless here. It pretty much just doesn't get used. And suppressor is essentially going to be the same doing the same thing they were doing in the last encounter, so you can see sort of little floating beach balls sort of dotted around. It's the exact same thing, whichever side Tanix goes to. The beach balls on that side, you're gonna, stand underneath them and shoot them in all 3, and then that'll let us bank the bombs. After we've banked our 4 bombs, we are gonna gather up right here before we start our damage phase. And the damage phase has a couple of mechanics. So basically, if you kind of stand here, you see there's sort of a line in the floor there, and there's one there as well. Basically, that inner circle is going to be like an electric field, so, if you stand in it, you're going to get zapped to death. And the outer ring, there's going to be essentially big chunks of debris flying around Tanix. For our DPS phase, we want to be standing directly in the middle. There'll be a well there and everything, so you'll know where to go. But just make sure you don't get hit by the big bricks of debris. You can jump over them, that does work, or if you want to be ballsy, then you can just time it. And the damage phase is going to be in like 3 segments, essentially. So we're going to do some damage, and then Tanix is going to essentially boot us out. We're going to fly back here, go back in, do that again. He boots us out if he's not dead already, and then we go in and do it a 3rd time, and by that time he should be dead. That's pretty much this entire encounter with the one-phase strat.
You can choose which role you want, whether it be yellow, red, or blue guy.
Yeah.
Alright.
King.
Go for it.
I'll fight you for.
So,
I'll fight you for,
each of the different
red
buffs
man.
is going to spawn in a different area. So if you're grabbing suppressor, he's going to spawn on orange side where Josh is at. And
Don't
for
need
future
jumping.
reference, yeah, we go. So for future reference, red man spawns at spawn where like 4 people are, and scanner will always spawn on blue side.
You have very strong desire, King. Why? Yeah.
King is very possessive with red man.
Essentially, to explain the suppressor role a bit more in detail, wherever Tanix goes, whether it be spawn
He's going orange. Okay, so
Okay,
Strides,
so going orange. Just
look
stay
at Josh. So you're going to want to stand for a suppression of the beach ball here, there, and there's another one over there.
Just shoot Tanix once beneath each.
Like how you normally do.
I'll take spawn left.
I got blue right.
I got blue left. Okay. I'm stuck.
Thank you.
Good shit on suppressor.
Please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. Oh, somebody took it.
Oh, they killed me, but they didn't kill you. Fucking Drake's door will close.
Okay, now Strides, you're going to want to come back to us. We're going to huddle up here. This is where we're going to do damage.
10 meters ahead of us, but yeah.
You just follow us.
Yeah. Watch out for the flying brick. That was almost a one-bottle cover.
Go on, Casper.
Oh yeah, he does a final stand too, but he only dies pretty much.
There you go. Oh, core 4 as well.
And what are you talking
Yeah.
about? I didn't see any finals.
And that was also technically the strat that gets you challenged as well, so you get the blue.
It also just happens to be the most efficient strategy.
I got the
It's like fucking RX with King's Fall, like the challenge strat is just the most efficient. Or Templar, yeah.
With the newly acquired succession, do I even bother with the chests?
Yeah,
have
because Vorpal's better than Recombo.
I have 63.
Then I'd say start. Well, it's down to you if you want
Because
to
I mean,
spend them
you
all.
can craft the Witch Queen raid weapons.
Yeah,
So
you can.
all you
With
need to do
spoils,
is,
most likely.
you know, get your hands on the pattern.
We
However
can also
that's
do like a
gonna work.
Templar farming session at one point before Witch Queen.
Yeah, because we've got Eager Edge flag strat right now, don't we?
Yeah, we do. So it
E-
would be
Eager
really
Edge flag
really
strat?
fast.
Basically, as you're picking up the flag, you Eager Edge yeet yourself so that it spawns right next to the relic, and then you can just pick flag, pick relic, you get a free relic super, and we pop his shield instantly.
Oh, jeez, yeah, cool.
You don't even really
It's
need to get it
really,
that close
really
either.
fast.
Like, as long as you get it like halfway down the stairs at the least,
Pretty good
then
strats.
you're fine.
Hey Vader.
I'll try my I'll try it. Succession killing with snapshot. Elevator.
Elevator.
Hey, man.
2.
He's still loading in.
Reconstruction Rampage. And the last one. No
Just out of
distractions,
pure
rejuvenation.
curiosity, Strides, how well would you say we explained that?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you
fair.
got everything first try, so I'll take
Yeah.
some credit for it, even though you also
Yeah.
performed amazingly.
Very good strides.
No.
Yeah, you did.
I think because you have done this before,
A
right?
little bit.
Hey Vader.
Yeah, so I think it might have helped you a bit as well that you've at least seen the encounters before.
But still though.
Just
very
make
good
sure to give
round.
us a 5-star
Yeah,
on Guardian rating.
Honestly, full marks, 10 out of 10.
And how did it? Oh, you didn't see the bonus.
Eyes.
Healing?
I don't know.
Healing.
Healing.
It's just being able to see with no problem.
And then when we start something else with 30 FPS, then your eye's going to then you will cry.
I was trying to headbutt your ass off the map.
Alright.
Oh my god, how far can I
I
get?
found a tiny gap.
Oh,
I don't want to see if your warlock could fit in it.
What do we want to do now?
nothing, we're done.
Go to orbit.
There you go, Strides. You're very welcome.
It's all good.
problem.
Yeah, anytime.
Well, welcome to Destiny, my dude.
That is how it works.
At the very least, you learned how to do it, so you can do it more times in the future.
No problem.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, give
problem.
us a shout if you need a raid or something.
You just take us to the tower, Josh.
Sure.
Some prime engrams.
Ooh. Free shards.
So
You
excited.
know, I was big sad I filled up my Titan's engram inventory so I could go get the engrams from the lost sectors to hold over into Witch Queen. And then I got a random exotic. And it was just a random exotic drop, but obviously it went to my postmaster because it was just an engram. And then I went to collect it out of my postmaster and I accidentally collected one of the fucking lost sector engrams because I'm dumb.
Oh, you gotta do it. You did it. You could just get it back.
I have 3 there though, so it's okay.
You'll live.
Yeah.
You will
Still a-
survive.
The Witch Queen.
Which rewards? Are you talking about like the materials? Oh, probably Witch Queen, and then they'll go.
Yeah. That'll
There's
be my
not
guess
a
as
whole
well.
lot in there, is there? It's like
It's 5
some
core,
mod
5
components. No, not
modules,
mod
like 5
modules,
cores,
that's
like 15,000 glimmer, or
I mean, it's
150,000.
free,
Sorry.
so I'll take it, but
Yeah. I tried to stack some of those modules in my postmaster. It just completely bugged out and didn't give me any of them.
That's rare.
So yeah.
Wow.
Don't try and storm in the postmaster because it won't work.
I mean, modules you can pretty much just pick up whenever. So it's no
True,
big
but
deal.
I'm trying to store some in the postmaster. I've got like 4 in my warlock's postmaster because I've maxed out.
How do you get them in your postmaster in the first place?
You max out your modules and then you run the ghost mods that give you modules from completing strikes or winning crucible matches.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
They drop, they just get shipped to the post, and then you could technically have 50 for one character.
That's pretty chunk. You could have like 100 across your entire account.
Yeah.
Then again, though, that's another thing that's going to be taking up space in my postmaster, and I'm not sure I can be after it.
Yeah, which is kind of annoying.
Like, I'm already using it to store fucking the spoils,
Golf
fucking
balls,
upgrade materials,
prisms,
golf balls,
engrams to turn in
engrams, for
spoils.
exotics,
Yeah.
Because honestly, the lost sectors are a hell of a lot easier now than they're going to be next season.
Oh, definitely.
It's because we're high as fuck light level. Relatively speaking. Vader, I'm forever jealous of that emblem, dude.
Oh, his Warmind emblem.
I
Oh.
spent like 300 of those little fucking currencies when I was on fucking 49 or 39 out of 40, and I didn't get the sleeper node I needed. And I was depressed, and I never got it. Because they put in bad luck protection after I did that. Like 4 weeks before it got deleted from the game.
There you win some, you lose some.
That one was a big boy loss.
Quick question for you, Strides, if you're still here. Do you have the Divinity exotic from the Garden of Salvation raid? Do you have
the quest for it?
line for it?
Oh, then let's do the raid.
So you're at the final quest step where it convolutedly
of
tells you
text,
to
yeah?
step into the raid.
I'm done.
What have I done garden on this week?
This sounds like an opportunity.
You may want to switch to your
I'm
hunter.
I'm fairly certain it doesn't transfer from character to character, so you'll have to check each one to see which one has it.
Yeah, no, it's character based.
Yeah.
This sounds
Like, if
like
I went
an
and tried to do it
opportunity.
on my Titan right now, I might be able to actually. I don't know. Is it just a big wall of text, yeah?
What step is it? So what's your quest step?
Does it have a quest?
Oh, on the app. Okay, I don't think it says it on the app, but usually it'd say like something out of something. Like 3 out of 4.
Unless you're on like the last step where it just throws a big wall of text.
If you're at the last step, then yeah, we can take you through it.
Yeah, there's no actual objective on the last step though. Game's just like, hey, go work it out for yourself. Okay, bye.
Well, Vader, what do you think of full auto weapons on your new console? Auto rifles and stuff like that. Yeah, it's
4 out of 4.
You should be good. Like on the actual like quest step 4 out of 4, right?
Oh wait, hold on. He'll be able to interact with the cube at the beginning of the raid because it won't let him
that's
do it if
honestly
he
the best way to
doesn't have
do
access.
that.
Oh, alright, we can do that then. Easy. Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Divvy runtime. Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna switch my
So
wall off.
that
Oh,
is if
die,
you're up
fuck.
for it, Strides.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get it done in 20 minutes.
Nah, this ain't a 20-minute adventure. I will
you'll
still
be
be
back
on in
in
20
20.
minutes. The Divvy run will probably take about an hour.
Our fastest one is what, 38?
Our fastest div run when we were doing like 10 runs a fucking week was like 38, yeah.
Fair enough.
38, 40, that kind of time. basically that's unrealistic. Oh, I'm sorry, Vader. I don't like it either.
Alright. In the meantime, you can. Yeah, you have access to the Garden of Salvation raid on your hunt, right, Strides? Alright. If you quickly join up on Vaige, we're just gonna make sure that you are indeed at the correct quest step, or at the correct point in the quest line. Just to start it.
Okay.
We're not gonna be doing it right now because you're short on time, but we're just gonna make sure. Oh, we can?
Because you said you need to leave for 20 minutes. You didn't say when. Am I correct?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Oh.
We all got confused, I think.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Then we can do this for you.
Yay!
Okay,
We're
if
currently
everyone's...
flying in, but the rest of you can join.
Oh, we can join you? Alright, sweet, sweet, sweet.
Not right now, we're flying in right now.
Why not? Because it says it's matchmaking.
Yeah, when we land.
You can't do anything.
It's sword time. I'm gonna make the absolute most of Eager Edge being OP as fuck.
Now let's switch over to my hunt. Nah, fuck it, I'll just be on my Titan.
But Vader, it's shiny. Jesus.
That's the best part.
They take us for
But
fools.
it's
The
shiny.
artifact you brought back from the pyramid began emitting a signal, one that reaches
Oh,
into
damn it, Vigor.
Heh.
Once again, we are beckoned into their trap. They expect us to follow the signal, to discover where it leads. Fine. We will play their game, but this time with caution, not curiosity.
Do you know how garden works?
Strides, if you look at Viger right now, jump down, and go forward. It's a bit tricky. And then see if you can interact with this little machinery right there. Perfect.
The screen shook. Huckleberry needs a new skin.
Yeah, I want a new Huckleberry.
It's got a
skin,
pretty
'cause I
good
like
one
the
if you
red
ask me.
one.
I mean, it is good,
I
but
like
like, I
it.
want more. Like, multi-tool's got like 70.
Bonk.
True.
Multi-tool has so many, and I have them all except for like one of the oldest ones. Vigor, you're missing a puzzle, my dude.
I'm just putting down a flag.
Okay. Strides, if you want to pick a side, there's holes up there. And
No,
up
no,
there.
no, no. There's another way. Casper, where are you gonna
Up
go?
You want
Up
me?
to up where Vigor's at.
I don't know.
Where
We're,
are you
I mean, I'm standing here so I can receive the buff from the other side.
Essentially, there are quite a few puzzles to get through to activate the Divi chest at the very end. So if you just stand there for now,
You can't
we're
jump through
going
them,
to
Casper.
connect this to another point on the opposite side.
Can I go? If you need me, you can.
We need you on our side, Casper, please.
Okay.
No, not through there. The way you came in beforehand, please.
Fuck me.
Do you want to move, Luke?
Okay. And where?
That'll do.
Sweet.
There you go. And then you can exit it. Alright. Do you want an explanation for this encounter, Strides? Alright. Essentially, there are two main mechanics to how this part of the raid works. Essentially, you have the box that you're pretty much right on right now. there are going to be multiple of these boxes scattered out in different areas, and as you can see, we line up to each other, and whenever we create a line from Guardian to Guardian all the way to that really white door over there, we start the encounter. Now, after we have activated / broken through that door by creating a line to it, 4 of us will be running through that door to the next area. And in that area, you're going to be killing everything, and after you've killed everything, an angelic is going to spawn in. You kill the angelic, and then after that, you can tether from this box, or from another box in that area, to the next door, and so on and so forth, essentially. So that's the first part of the encounter. And while 4 of you will be doing that, some other people will be following this little Vex box, little Vex boss over here. And essentially, when this boss moves around, he will occasionally spit down like some
Cube.
white, translucent cube, whatever. Sure.
How does he spit cum?
Next come. No,
And whenever he does that, whenever he
spit
spits
instead
it
of
out,
swallow.
we have to, or one of us have to pick that up. If no one picks it up for like 5-6 seconds, that causes the entire team to wipe. So essentially, every one of us will have to pick up the little white spit from the boss at one point during this encounter. Now Josh and I will pick up the first 2 in this area right here, so you can join the squad that will break down that door and just jump straight down to the next part of the encounter. And Liv, do you want to have him be number 3 or 4? Or...
He can pick the first one in the second room.
Alright, so essentially you'll be number 3, so after a little while that boss right there is going to teleport like all the way down there in the next area. And after he starts moving he's going to spit down this white spit. I'm just gonna call it white spit for now. No. He's gonna spit it down, and you'll have to pick it up. And yeah, just make sure to follow the boss around. After you've picked that up once, you're going to receive quite a long like debuff in the bottom left part of your screen. That means you can't pick up any more of those whites, any more of that white spit from the boss, essentially for a good while. And after picking it up, you just move on to the next area. You kill the Cyclopses, some ads, and try to find the next box and help take down the next door by connecting it from the box to Guardian, and then to the next white door,
Ow.
which Liv just crashed into. Yeah. And then after we've done that quite a few times, there's going to be this really big like football field with a lot of Cyclopses. Just kill them. Boss is going to drop 3 more, or he's going to spit 3 more times. We pick up those 3, and that's pretty much it for this encounter. So essentially, just remember after the boss teleports to the second area right there, just follow him around and make sure you pick up the spit. As weird as that sounds. Yeah. Alright, you good? I'll be all good. Josh?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Ooh.
Good thing you didn't start it.
What's the challenge? Link to the chain.
That's the second encounter.
Second encounter. Not worth.
Doing
Pain in the
that.
arse.
Sorry.
I'm not doing that.
boss is teleported, Strides?
As well as join.
Right, Strides, boss is gonna spawn in here. Follow him, pick up the spit when he drops it. And then you can go and join the others and go murder things.
Just follow after Josh, Viger, Casper.
I can
That's the difficult one, isn't it?
Over here, Strides. I'll start it. And if you jump a bit closer to... yeah, there you go. That'll work.
There you go, you did it.
Oh.
Josh, have you seen Parker's new livery that they've got in the new frame of the car?
Whose?
Hats.
Haas? No.
Yeah, they're the first people to show off their car.
I thought Red Bull showed off their new livery.
I don't think I've seen that.
Because I thought they were going for a white design or something.
There's going to be another cube down here, Strides.
Hold on, let me Google it. Haas 2022 car. Let's take a look at this thing. Ooh.
Essentially, there are just a lot of nodes to connect to.
It looks
Are
cool.
you doing the third one or are we waiting?
Still at
Yeah,
5
it does look
seconds, meaning
interesting.
Josh is quite far behind. So
I'm running at 35. The one thing I just don't like about the 2022 car is, like, you have the nose wing, and then you have those little fins,
Look at it.
the little winglets right next to the, like, on the edges.
I think you can start it
Yeah.
up
Like, imagine if one of them broke off, it's going straight into the tyre.
That would be probably, unless they've actually figured a way to avoid that, which would be interesting.
It looks like they're just trying to go for, like, ultra futuristic, which is cool, but there's practicality as well, and that doesn't look
Yeah.
practical.
I guess we'll have to see how it performs.
Yeah. We'll have to see how the testing is.
Alright. Essentially, at the end of this field, the boss is going to spit once more. Try to pick that up, Strides. So not this one, but the next one. See the boss there? Teleported right in front of us. It's going to spit. And then you can pick that up. Perfect. Before people start sword skating into the next encounter, we do have that one divinity puzzle to take.
Oh yeah, I'll get the book.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Oh yeah, I don't get what fuck.
Oh yes, time to look at the obviously duplicated texture.
Oh yay! My favourite time of the week.
shit.
Actually, there's a little hole right beneath us there, that's right. Where the second... it's fine, you don't really need it.
Mm.
It's all good.
You can get one
Ah, I
eventually.
Fucking urge.
They're
Yeah,
next,
we've
they're
kind of
actually
all
beneath.
made a hobby
you have
out
one?
of
You just
flinging
don't wanna use
ourselves
it.
across the map. Casper, what happened?
In the
I-
hole.
I skated off
Should
the
be a
edge,
hole
landed on the
right...
ledge.
Marked by a little pink tree, just next to that.
it
underneath
should
it.
be a hole directly beneath us. Yeah, you got it.
I also need an explanation of this since I only have done it once.
It's
Right,
fine.
Casper. So we play dot to dot with people.
Done.
Yeah, but
Essentially...
placement is more the question.
Casper?
I'm over
hang on.
here. Vigor, I'll show you.
Casper?
Okay.
Can you stand where I'm shooting right now?
Yeah, I guess.
Perfect, just stand there. It's
You're gonna
be
want to follow
another
Vigo.
divinity puzzle where we'll have to...
You're gonna want to follow
create-
Vigo.
Yeah, just follow me right now. We'll have to activate another one of those boxes and link up and connect to the final point essentially. So if you want to, you can stay right here and just make sure you have a clean line of sight onto Tiger Stripe over there. And then I'm going to make my way back there through that little crack, and then we'll link up afterwards.
Will he remember the way? Place your bets now.
I remember it last time, so hopefully I do. Yeah, I do remember.
Oh, good shit.
Did Vader leave?
Yeah,
He
that,
left and now
sure.
he's back.
Alright, Lip, you can start it up.
Lag. Ooh.
There you go.
There you go.
Fastest way to get out is to kill yourself.
Yeah, that is honestly the fastest way to get out of
I
this
don't
place.
understand why.
Fuck. Kill yourself. Fuck.
Thank you, Vega.
Vader, you think it's going to be good for day 1 raid, or do you think it's still going to be soft? That's a rip.
Your Wi-Fi was fine before you got the 5. That's the weird thing.
King, you want to say a magic trick? I'm at the end now.
We still got to do the puzzle here.
Yeah, I know, but I was thinking of magic.
Right. just wanted to speed
There's both a divinity puzzle and a chest tied to this area. We'll do the divinity puzzle
See you, King.
first.
You lagged out.
Actually, strides, don't jump too far. Just stay there, pretty much. Yeah, just stay right there. That's pretty much a perfect spot.
This is the most
Right,
infuriating.
Casper, you gonna make your way over?
Making my way downtown.
Alright, essentially for this part, there's going to be another cube where we'll have to line up. But this time we'll have to line up in specific places to make sure that the line between guardians make its way through these orange cubes that you can see, like, it lights up whenever there's a line close to it.
Or a person inside it.
Yeah, we'll have to do that with every single one of these orange diamonds.
Where do you want me?
Alright, Casper, if you can sit down there next to Josh, that would be great.
Yeah, right there at the very edge. Okay, so I don't know. You can start it up, okay? Connect to Josh.
Josh might need to go a bit further to his left, though.
Ooh. Jesus.
Then Strides, if you'd like to come forward. Connect up to me and King, and we're gonna make a circle.
There we go.
Perfect.
And that's that.
Alright, if you go back this way, there's going to be a chest in the opposite area. If you follow Viger back on
mistakes were
these
made.
big branches.
You cannot quite make it.
Huh?
Not if you Casper left.
Oh, I managed to get on the tiny branch. That's it, it's doable. With me, who didn't get a word of that?
No.
They get more flinch, didn't they?
Yeah, the telescope sniper
that's
is
only the
getting
linears,
less aim
Josh.
assist. Some of the
Oh,
lowest
well, I'll
ones
take
are
the
getting a
linears
bit
get more flinch.
You know, they're adjusting it so that some of the lower zoom ones get a bit more aim assist, and then the high zoom ones, like the telescope sniper, get less.
Essentially, there's a little crack in the wall right Don't
People
question
have
it.
no life.
Thing, it's You can pretty predict.
I
Like
gotcha.
Bungie's
I
fairly
gotcha.
predictable in where they're gonna.
Never
put
mind,
their
I don't
chest.
gotcha.
You boys good?
Oh, I haven't tried that in a long
Oh
time.
my god. To be fair though, Bungie is pretty predictable as to where they're gonna put their secret chests. Like it's always in a jumping puzzle style area between encounters, so people sort of know where to look.
Alright, if you follow Viger, I'm right above you. Make sure to not get you baited by these little retractable traps.
Dick
Like you
wolves.
did.
The dick walls, yeah. Right, this way.
Which reminds me of I think it was a Bungie dev a while back posted on Twitter that he couldn't remember the actual proper name for the Wall of Dicks in Kingsfall. And he was
Okay.
going into like some really important meeting or some shit, and he couldn't remember the proper name for the Wall of Dicks.
Oh wow.
You just call it the Wall of Dicks.
Liv, do you want to explain this encounter, or should I continue?
I can do. So, first of all, if you shoot it will start it, so you might not want to do that. But Strides, when you're ready. So, if you see there is a little tether box, kind of halfway down that little corridor there. So, across the entire map, this area, with the big corridors going off to the left and right, it's basically a huge diamond. And at each of the points of this diamond, there's going to be one of these little pillars with the little plus on top of it. And how this is going to work is basically you connect up the tether box to that plus on top of the pillar, and that's going to give everyone who was a part of that tether chain a buff called Enlightened. Now, essentially the goal is to defend these little pillars and stop the Vex from sacrificing at them like the public event. And eventually they're going to start spawning with white shields. You can only break those shields if you have the Enlightened buff. So there are 4 of these in total, and we're going to have one person essentially be stationed at each of them defending. And the last 2 people are going to each be running between 2 of the pillars per runner, refreshing the Enlightened buff for the people who are defending. Another thing you need to know is that basically every round, so you'll be like killing shit for a bit and then you'll get a little prompt in the bottom left that says the defenses have subsided or some shit. That essentially denotes the end of a round. There are 4 rounds total, and in each one of them, one of the plates, one of the little pillars at random is going to get a spawn of 3 hydras. So if you feel a little bit overwhelmed, just come give one of us a shout, and we'll come and help. Unless you want to be the runner, in which case you'll go and help whichever one of the plates you're running to has the hydras.
No, we're not at that part yet.
No.
Yes.
The function of the hydras is that when they're alive on your plate, you can't use the tether box, so you need to kill them pretty quickly. That's pretty much the entire, the main loop of this encounter. Once it ends, those big Vex walls, that's down that corridor straight ahead, will go away. When that happens, we'll all make our way to the middle, and we'll do essentially the same thing, defend a pillar in the middle, but it will be all 6 of us, refreshing the Enlightened buff and what have you. That bit's pretty easy. At the very beginning, so all of the pillars have numbers first off, so this one here, we call it number 1. And then down the left corridor is number 2. Directly opposite, you can barely see it, at the other end is number 3. And then down the right corridor is number 4.
Oh!
And someone shot, okay.
Okay, we might need a wipe. I have no ammo.
Just let it wipe. Okay, first off, Strides, would you prefer to be defending a plate, or would you like to be a runner?
I say let him be a runner so we can get to experience more of the area. That is if you want.
If you're comfortable with doing that, yeah. So should we have him do runner 1 and 2, and then I can do 3 and 4?
Yeah, we can run that.
We'll have him do 1 and 2, and I'll defend. Josh, do you want to defend 2, or should I defend 2?
I'll defend 2, I've got Arbalists.
Alright.
Okay. So, Strides, how the beginning of this is going to function is we're essentially going to split up. So you and the plate 1 defender are going to stay here, and you guys are going to tether up to give everyone the Enlightened buff, and then you'll do your thing. Plates 2 and 3 are going to make their way down the left corridor. The people who are doing that make their way down the left corridor. They're going to tether up at plate number 2, which is going to open up the portals, and that's how you're going to get between plates 1 and 2, you know, without having to run all the way down the corridor. So once that portal opens up, you can go through and tether with whoever's going to be at plate 2, and then you're essentially running back and forth, refreshing people's buffs at plates 1 and 2, and helping whoever's got the Hydras. And that's going to be essentially your job. If you want to know what else is happening, basically, plate 4 guy and 3 and 4 runner are going to head down the right side. They're going to tether at plate 4, and then the runner is going to meet whoever's doing plate 3 at plate 3, and then essentially everyone's going to be in place defending, and the runners will be doing their thing. That's pretty much it. You got...
Just to summarize, there are 4 different points in this arena. They all need to be defended, and they all need to have their buffs refreshed by 2 runners. You'll be in charge of refreshing 1 and 2. You're looking straight at number 1 right now. Number 2 is going to be down the left lane, but instead of running all the way down the left lane, you'll be going through a portal, which will be activated once the light pillar at point number 2 down the left lane is has been tethered to. So after that you can go through this little portal right in front of Vige here, and then it will get you back and forth from the light pillar that we call 1 in front of you here, and the light pillar called number 2 in the far back end. And then you just go back and forth. You essentially connect to little cute little floating cube, and you'll essentially refresh your timer when you refresh, or you'll refresh your enlightenment buff whenever you connect from the box all the way to the light pillar in front of you here. It'll make more sense when you see it in action, essentially. But that's pretty much it.
Where do you want me?
Onward!
Casper, can you defend number 1?
I can defend on 1.
I'm running 3 and 4, who's plate 4? Was king. For fuck's sake, king. Why did you crash into it?
It's credits.
Oh. Ow.
You're running.
No.
And then you go and help Casper.
And if you use a barrier, it'll just be in a hole.
That's fine. Iris indeed.
Hello. flying in. Let's do a fucking thing. Hello. Their friends are so strong.
Who sacrificed?
That's a lot of fun.
That's 100% on one. Casper, what's going on over there?
I lost my buff.
What do you mean? Strides was with you for like a long time.
Is it angry?
Well, there were 2 sacks, probably.
Oh, it's not that angry.
Ask how that went through the wall.
Don't question it.
No, I haven't.
I feel like this encounter could do with like being like a third shorter or something.
Yeah, it does feel a bit too long. Hopefully we don't get anything too similar to this in the Witch Queen.
And Bunch is going on again about how it's like, oh, they're our most ambitious race, so maybe we'll get some good shit.
Did they say that about Deepstone?
I don't think they did.
Alright, Strides, let's beeline it for the middle now. Too much space.
Too much sped.
Sped is strong with this one.
You've got a sped right. I can't res you. I resed you last time.
Sped is strong with this one.
You're a hoe. Well, it was actually quite a straight line, wasn't it?
Now we essentially defend this middle light pillar.
Yeah, this is probably the easiest part.
Yeah. Sim objective, try to prevent the Vex from sacrificing at the light pillar.
Same shit, but it's more
And
like
we also refresh the path.
Hold on, don't jump.
It is kind of properly.
There we go. Oh, Vigo, you had to put a bubble on top of my...
No,
Oh, Casper, you had to put a bubble on top of my turret!
Oh,
I just thunder crashed something, but this one is not on me.
I just saw a Titan and I just thought you.
Not sure whether that's a compliment.
I don't usually see you running anything else with PvE.
I don't thunder crash like
No, like... Titan. Oh wait, we
no,
use...
generals, yeah. Warlock is just too easy.
Which is why I use it all the time. That's good.
You bounced off a wall and
It's
just...
even better on a Titan.
Will this one go to space? Oh no! That's
Okay,
too
who's
much
Divvy Hall?
speed.
I'll be Deviho.
Whoa, King.
Strides, I believe you had a linear fusion rifle called the Threaded Needle, if memory serves me right. At least you had one on your wall. Yeah. That weapon is going to be great for dealing boss damage in this encounter. So
Yeah, we're
if
gonna
you could
one-base this hoe.
so if you could equip that weapon, then that would be appreciated.
Why not Sleeper is because you can use a different exotic.
Yeah, like
Threaded
Sleeper
Needle does
and-
pretty much the same amount of damage as Sleeper,
Yeah.
but it's a legendary, so you have
Yeah.
the option of running something like a Witherhoard or a Ruinous Effigy.
Huckleberry, Vexmith.
Or
It doesn't really
Huckleberry.
matter too much, just as long as you have that linear on or golden. That is indeed correct.
Yeah, only one person can have Witherhoard.
That is true.
I have a reed.
Lev, Yumi, Ice, and Strats
I'm
can
going
choose
Ice.
if he wants to.
Okay.
I feel like we should put Strides on
first off,
eyes.
You think we should put them on ice?
Yeah. Yes.
So basically, Strides, for this encounter, we're going to be splitting our team in two. There's going to be one team that's essentially playing Gambit, so there's going to be a light pillar, identical to the ones from the last encounter, that's going to spawn down one of 4 corridors. And essentially, the Moats team are going to kill Minotaurs that will spawn around this middle area somewhere. Spawns change. And they're going to fill it with Moats.
You okay?
So there'll be 3 of them. Each of them will do 10 moats at a time.
You can't do it on a flat
Once they've
surface.
Once they've done their 30 moats, it will be DPS. Our job is to essentially follow the boss around. And he's gonna go down a random
No,
corridor.
King, you have too much runway. You got to be off the edge.
First off, we're gonna have you pick up first, because this is one of those things where you kind of need to see it to properly
Oh, now you're just getting the timing wrong.
understand it. It's kind of a weird one. But I'll explain it as
Take
best I
some
can.
tries.
So, he's gonna spit a ball of white shit, like from the first encounter, and you're gonna pick it up. He's gonna essentially open himself up. He has 3 fins. All you care about is the top one, directly above his red eyeball. And on that fin, there's essentially going to be 2 lights, or eyes as we like to call them, hence why it's eyes. One of those is going to be red, and the other one will not be red. Now, we call them outer and inner, so on that top fin, further away from his eyeball, outer, and closer to his eyeball is inner. You're going to tell us which one is red, and then shoot it. So slug shotguns are great for it. They one-shot it. If you like snipers, those work too. And essentially that's your entire job. You're going to pick up the spit, tell us if it's outer or inner that's red, and then you shoot it, and then you're good. So, on the middle fin, which is one you're going to be looking at, the top one, which is further away from like the middle of the boss, is outer, and the bottom one, which is closer to the middle of the boss, is inner.
Let me give you a graphic.
Yeah, we can... Is it that shit drawing that Nibs did like 3 years ago?
No, I just found this off Google.
Oh, okay.
So this should be a bit better.
This is annoying to explain because you kind of need to see
You need to see it to
graphic.
understand it.
See it to believe
Yeah.
it.
Maybe not to believe it, because I don't think it would lie. But okay,
And
so
there's literally no point to us lying about this.
if you check the couch text chat in the pie, you will see what we're on about.
Wait, now I'm actually curious.
That's actually, yeah, that's an actual picture of him, so that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah.
So you only say which one. You only say whatever one is glowing.
Red, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the red one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in that example...
So you will dedicate yourself to a certain eye on one of his 3 horns. So
Yeah. So, when you pick up the spit, you're going to be shooting the middle one. And
So
then
top.
the other 2 people...
looking at the
Yeah, the
graphic.
top, sorry. The other 2 people will then decide among themselves who's going to shoot left and who's going to shoot right.
Yeah. Essentially, if you're looking at the image, that is what it's gonna look like for the most part when you're actually picking up the spit from the boss. However, when you're not picking up the spit from the boss, both of the eyes will be glowing, and that's when you need to pay attention to the call out of the one who actually is picking up the
Yeah.
spit, as to whether you need to shoot the inner eye or the outer eye, and so on.
Yeah, that's why these call-outs are important.
Yeah.
because only the guy who picks up the spit knows which one to shoot.
Yeah, this one just requires practice.
And if you
Yeah,
die
it's
the
one of those
first
things you
time-
kind of just have to do.
If you die the first time, you can do it the second time as well, since we can rest you and the timer of the buff will, or debuff will reset. Are you practicing sword
Is
scaling
there
on
anything
Hunter?
you're unsure about? Yeah.
This is the kind of encounter that you just need to do to understand it properly.
And also, tiny side note, when DPS starts, it'll say in the bottom left, it'll come up a prompt about, a prompt.
He's drawn
about
to something.
him being drawn to the relay or some shit. When that happens, DPS is going to be wherever Vigar, King, and Josh are. So you just want to make your way to wherever they're at when we're doing deep.
We'll be at one of the pillars from the encounter before this.
You'll essentially see where 3 of us are, and when it's boss DPS, you just head over to the other direction.
King, you're doing moat.
Your moat team. Yeah, your moat team too,
Yeah,
King.
so eventually he'll make his way down one of the corridors.
No, your moats.
No, you're moat.
Your moat's number 2.
Casper, get red set. Go ahead, pick it up. Good shit.
There you go. Okay, King, you can start collecting yours. Does it sort of make sense now, doing it? That's good.
Yeah. Also, make sure to shoot the eyeball on the top fin after you.
No,
as well.
you can't pick up the spit if you've successfully done it. So,
Yeah, 'cause you've
what
got a
you'll do,
timer,
you just stand beside the person who's stuck in the spit, like the others did for you,
Casper's moving.
and shoot either left or right eye.
I'll grab this one.
Okay. I'll take right side.
Okay, so you're shooting left eye.
Don't stand right next to me, I was just gonna kill you. Got a small area. Right. It's inner?
Should be good.
I've still got 2, 1.
And the eyes do have like
Oh,
a
yours.
small amount of health too, so just make sure you shoot it until it pops.
I got base well.
If you end up doing this in the future strides, I recommend a slug shotgun if you're doing eyeballs, just because they straight up one-shot them.
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
DPS.
Okay.
It is boss DPS time. Yeah, I have Devia. I have Devia.
Our inner.
That's on you.
Yeah, that's totally on me. That's 100% on me.
There goes the flawless.
Oh, inner.
I hear owl and I pull that trigger and it's like, actually,
Yeah,
it's
I know,
flawless.
I
I
know.
can't do anything about that now.
Yeah, that's 100% on me.
You can't go back in time.
Alright, now shoot all of his pimples. And then once all the pimples are burst, do damage to his center eye. And start slowly walking forward. And that's him.
That used to be a 3-phase back in the day.
What was it? 3 phase day 1?
Yeah, day 1 I was a 3-phase.
That's a rip, holy fuck.
And now he
That
doesn't
was
make
day
it
1
up.
though, with challenge mode and everything. And
Yeah.
Now it doesn't even make
Oh,
or
sense.
not
totally
challenge mode,
insane.
but everybody was low light.
Okay.
Contest mode.
King, this
Okay,
is not the group
another
up
Divi
one, this is
puzzle.
the other one. Okay.
Alright, same deal as in the previous Divi puzzles. So, Strides, if I can have you stand roughly where Spiker is standing right now. Alright, that's all. That's fine.
Imagine if all of us had the ring
Wait.
echo up when we're walking together, and we just
That's
all
3.
thunder crash through the washing machine.
That would take an immense amount of coordination, and I'd be fucking down for that.
Oh.
There we
You would be down?
No, you won.
wouldn't be.
Yeah,
Sounds like a
exactly.
huge meme, but we're also not all hunters, so like...
Oh. Fun
I was
around.
thinking thunder crash.
We're not all titans, my bad.
Oh my
Two,
god.
two. Fair enough.
It sounds like fun.
It does.
But also it sounds hard.
Welcome back. Alright, Strides. If I can have you stand roughly here-ish, where Viger is right now. Yeah, like, pretty much right. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright. Wanna boot up the puzzle, Josh?
Nani?
The king's doing it.
Our King's doing it.
So,
Josh, you'll have
back
to
up.
move away a little.
So you need to not be connected to king.
No, you.
Oh, I need to not be oh. Go away, King.
No,
Go-
you
go
need.
over towards-
You're
Go over
Josh. You're.
towards Casper! Go over towards Casper!
Oh.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, small brain.
That's
And
all.
now you can connect to him.
If you step slightly.
Casper! Stand still! Please!
Don't worry about it. Right. If you stand slightly, or if you take one step back, Strides. There you go. Perfect.
There you go.
Perfect.
Alright, now we all
comes the
huddle.
fun part. For this part, Strides, I'm not even gonna say anything, just follow
the group.
and try to not die. This one is gonna require some jumping skills.
3, 2, 1, go.
Damn.
Perfect.
Somehow. Oh no!
Ah!
Who went to Narnia? Who was that?
Casper!
Boy, you got mental problems. No, don't make a circle around the pillar then. No, that's it.
Try again.
3, 2,
3, 2,
1.
1, go. Rip.
Let's go.
You know. It's weird, it used to make a little noise when you connect to the circle. It doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, we're going.
Oh my god.
It's just like, right, we're going now.
No! Okay.
It's all good.
Nope. Oh, you deactivated it, King.
Yeah, the shadow
Fly,
dive does.
Microchi!
Shadow dive does interact with it. Okay.
A little.
How
Alright.
are you throwing in the game?
Wait.
that they make you throw?
Wait. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Okay.
Alright. Unwind slowly this time, please. Or untangle.
There you go. Bow tie. No, Casper,
Strides, if you go
up, next, behind you.
Yeah. Strides, if you stand right next to King of 22, there you
made
go.
the bow tie.
Casper,
you're too
left,
far
left,
back.
please. There we
There
go.
you go. I love that one.
Okay, Strides. Has anybody told you that there's a secret chest through this portal? Okay, well this is another stage of the Divi puzzle, because people usually tell you to go through there, but there's actually nothing there. But if you're on the Divi quest, you actually need to go through this. Yeah, this one. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What?
You got your bait and test.
There you go, you did the Divi puzzle, good job. You were supposed to die, not gonna lie.
Wait, did it not?
No, he glitched through the
He went
teleport.
back
He went back
in.
and forth.
What?
Oh, that's what I did as well.
Wow.
That's what
Yeah,
I did
usually
as well.
that just takes you
Oh,
into
King.
the abyss.
Sorry.
boy.
That was not deliberate. Alright, we can film here. Hold on, Viggo makes. Okay, I'll go in the middle.
This emote might interact with this one.
Try. Oh, that? No, you'll be fine.
Just going back and forth. No, it doesn't. The more you know.
Whoa! What the hell?
Good.
What?
Casper, why'd you jump off?
There we go.
Strides. Let's go. We jumping up on this thing and standing on the very edge.
Whoa!
Oh shit.
I was aiming
Yeah,
solely for King.
But yeah, I just stand on the very, very edge of it, and you'll just like that.
Stride, stand still. Stand completely still. Oh, bye-bye. Viggo, you good?
Oh no!
Okay.
What happened to you?
Oh,
You see this little edge right there? I hit that while sword skating. And broke my knees correspondingly.
Hold on, where's the sunbathing Vex?
Right next to you.
Is he? No, he's not.
Should be okay.
He's over here, I thought.
Isn't he over here?
you
Or is he on the other side? I can't remember.
Is he gone?
Strides.
Where is the guy?
You have to jump off.
Did they remove him?
You have to jump
Why would
off,
they remove the sunbathing Vex?
Stomped me.
Have you not seen him either? There was a goblin that just used to chill on, he used to chill on one of these logs. He would basically stare at the sun, he'd stick his hand out and then it'd explode. Like he had too much sun.
Stride.
no! Strides is over there throwing Casper off a fucking windmill. That's amazing.
Alright, so as you need to stand at the very edge to not slip off.
He's over there throwing Casper off the fucking windmill.
Oh, gotcha.
Eco edge sword.
Oh god, that's the turn back zone.
Curious if we can get past it.
Let me know.
Strides.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, I hit tree.
SMH.
Apparently.
Nah, that turn back goes all the way.
Okay.
Alright. Strides,
Alright.
you can make your way over to Viger.
No,
where
you
the
need to
next
find.
Divi
No,
puzzle-
Vigar, hide. Get in there.
Oh, sorry.
Alright. Find your way into this waterfall. I mean, there is a way.
There's a glitch hole somewhere.
Maybe you're in the wrong spot then. Oh god, Jesus! It's like a flashbang in here! Oh my god.
Oh, I see.
Well, that's
Okay, Strides, I'm gonna tell you, it's not that way.
Nope.
You'll get there eventually, I believe.
So mean. There are... Hang on, I wanna go see the flashbang. Ah, I don't like it.
We can see the flashbang
found
here
it.
as well. Here as well is.
There's another cube over here.
Ow.
Alright. That's not the one we're supposed to connect to right now, Strides. There's another point in the very opening section of this little tunnel that we need to connect to. You can extend it, Casper.
Not too far. There you go.
Alright, this jumping puzzle can get a little hectic, is all I'm gonna say.
Hell yeah. Intricate jumping puzzle.
I'm not sure I call it a jumping puzzle, but yeah.
Orientation puzzle.
Platforming.
Divinity puzzle will get a little hectic.
Ah, I love you.
Alright,
Oh, I
essentially
love
how this is going to work, Strides, that when we turn on this box here and connect to all of us, and at the end connect to this little point right there. Please, King, please. After that's happening, and we all stand on one of these little platforms right here. Yeah, one of those. After that happens, we'll start the final Divinity puzzle. And how this one is going to work is that you see this little box over here, floating box? Yeah, directly beneath it, there's going to be a little white cube, diamond, something of the sort that's going to spawn in. And he's going to create some lines from this little... from the box to a new object beneath here, and then he's going to create a line from there to either this one, or this platform over here. And whoever is assigned number 1 will have to place themselves above the platform that the line first attaches itself to. But after that, This platform can be connected with a line through, let's say, this platform, or it can go from this platform to this platform, or so on and so forth. It's pretty much random after the first one. And so essentially, whether you're designated number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 will determine which one you will place yourself on in the order that they're showing us with the line when we create the cube here. So essentially, if you want a fairly easy job, then you can take number 1. If you want one of the most difficult jobs for this one, then you can take number 3 and 4, which is in the middle of it. So you'll have to like think really fast and react even faster to make sure that you find yourself on the correct corresponding platform. So which one do you want? Which number? Alright. Essentially,
I'll take number 4.
okay, I'll take number 3.
I take 2, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
Strides, if you just place yourself right in front of this cube here. Yeah. So you'll be number 2, I'll be number 3. And the lion lives number 4. Josh?
I'll go, what, 5?
6, I believe.
Oh, okay, I'll go 6.
5 or 6.
Alright. You can shoot the box, Strides. Alright. Now we just need to step on one of the platforms, doesn't matter which one. Just go on any of them.
Cass, why'd you go with the most obscure one?
If you pay attention to the cube, you see the first one that it connects to, that's your one.
No, I'm actually just not.
Bamboozled.
There you go, we're done.
Right.
That is all of the divinity puzzles, pretty much.
What the?
You know,
Now we
kill
just
boss
need,
boy.
yeah, kill the final boss boy, and then you get your divinity.
I just got confused there a while because I didn't remember that we had to do it a lot of times.
Yeah.
So I just stood there the first time like, yeah, done. And I was like, oh Jesus, there's another set. What?
Yeah.
Wasn't fun.
There is another secret chest if you follow where everyone else is going. Oh, mistakes were made.
Oh.
Speed.
Have you tried a wired connection? A
Ethernet.
wired Ethernet connection.
Do you not have a cable, or do you just not have... You're not close to the router? The router.
Your router should have an Ethernet port.
Big oof.
Does your ISP do like boosters? Some companies will give you like a little booster to get a stronger signal
Yeah,
in
there
other
are
parts of your
like
house.
router extenders that you can plug in.
Sometimes those have ports as well, though, does it not?
Yeah.
Alright, Liv, do you want to take care of this explanation, or should I?
Quick question beforehand. Are we doing the thing, or are we just going to do regular speedy strats?
Regular strat.
Fair. So, strides. Basically, the deal with this dude, please don't shoot the boss first off, that'll start the encounter. Basically, when we spawn this dude in, he's going to be, walking around, and the most important feature of him, well, two things, is there's going to be two big red spots, essentially. One of them is going to be, from our perspective, on his left knee, and one of them is going to be on his right shoulder. The left knee will open up a blue portal, which will teleport whoever goes in it to an area where you can get motes for the blue pillar. The right portal will do the same for the right side, and those ones will be orange. And basically, we're going to have two of the light pillars. They're pretty much identical to every other encounter we've done, except one of them's red now. And we need to fill both of them with 30 motes each. How we're going to do that is we're going to separate all of us into 3 different teams. So you've got Team 1, which what they're going to do is they're going to go into the blue portal twice, and that will be 30 motes. And then they'll bank in the blue pillar. Team 2 is going to go into the red portal only one time. And the last team, we call them builders. And they're also going to be going into the red portal one time. And that will, assuming that nothing goes tits up, it will fill up both of the pillars. What happens when you bank your motes, you're going to get the enlighten buff from the second and third encounter. And that does exactly the same thing as it did there. It's going to let you shoot any white shields off of any Vex that have them, so that we can stop them from sacrificing. And yeah, you get that whenever you bank any number of motes. So once we've filled up both of the pillars by everyone going into their respective portals, the boss is going to start his DPS animation, or if we take too long, he'll do it as well. He is going to do an animation and hold up essentially a big lit up plus symbol in the sky in front of him. It's either going to be blue or it's going to be red. If it's blue, that means that we need to tether the blue pillar to that plus sign, and DPS will be from the red pillar. And likewise, if it's red, then we will tether that pillar to him from the red side, and DPS will be on the blue side. That is essentially the core of this encounter. A couple other side notes is first off, whenever you open a portal, a Cyclops is going to spawn on that portal side, so the left one will spawn up there on that big pillar, and then the right side will spawn on the one opposite, so, watch out for them because they hurt a lot. And another thing is, whenever we open a portal, a segment of floor is essentially going to be taken away, if you will. It will glow like a really angry red, and the entire segment will become Vex milk. When that happens, if you're stood on the red angry bit of floor, when it gets taken away, you die. So you might want to watch out for those and avoid them if you end up stood on one. There is a mechanic where we can rebuild by tethering the pillars to the little plus things you can see sort of dotted around. We don't tend to do that too much because you can survive pretty well without most of the floor. But we will, in between, like after damage, if we don't one-face him, we'll build a bit then. But it's not too complicated of a mechanic. You pretty much just tether to the respective little plus sign for whatever that bit of floor is, and that will bring it back. The same as a bit of floor going away, if someone builds a bit of floor and you're in it and it goes on top of you, you die to that as well. That's pretty much it, I think.
There are quite a few mechanics to this encounter, so don't worry if you can't remember everything.
Yeah.
It's totally normal.
So, first off, what would you like to do, Stride? So you can either go in a portal twice, or you can go in once. It's up to you. Okay, so you can put them on team 2 with whoever else is going to be there.
I'll be team 2 with them.
Okay, so yeah.
I need someone for team 1 then, please.
When the red portal opens, you're going to follow Viper in there, and you guys are going to get your notes. After which you will bank.
Okay.
The most important part of this right now is that you just pay attention to when there's like a really bright orange portal that spawns in after dealing a little bit of damage to the boss on one of his crit spots. And after going in through the portal, we kill all the ads, get their emotes, and bank their emotes after being teleported back to this area. Now the orange banking place is going to be one of these pillars on the right side, where there are some of these like orange colored bricks here in the environment. Yeah.
And also, one last thing. If we do end up doing a second phase, both of the pillars will move to a different place. So you can see like there's little stumpy bricks with these things. You can't bank in all of them, it will only be the one that has like a big pillar above it that you can actually put motes into.
Yeah. If you come over here, Strides, you can see there's another banking pillar over here. So it can turn into this one after the first damage phase to the boss, essentially. It's just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, then I'll join you then, Liv, I guess.
Yeah, I'm doing build, and then King and Josh are team 1.
Yeah, then I'll build as well. Just teach me on the fly. It's probably just
Are we ready?
dot to dot.
Hope so.
I'm not gonna like Castle, we don't really do a whole lot of building, it's just the term we carried over from a different strat.
Oh, who's going to be in the chain with the boss?
I'll take the boss.
I'm currently Divi, so I'm not sure.
I'm running Warlock, so I really can't.
Actually, I can. I'll be
I'm
on
the only
one,
Warlock. Alright. Let's go.
Controller dive mid cabin. Right, Casper, cover the left side Cyclops and
Alright,
add
there's going to be
shit.
an orange
I'll cover the
portal.
right.
Strides, see where it is.
Get the orange portal. Alright, good job.
As many as you can.
Take up all of them.
You are maxed at 10 though.
Yeah.
Pull left, please.
Yeah, 10.
Alright, you can pull right side. Now we just bank these modes. Right now you can see that this part is glowing. This is where we bank. Perfect. And now we just defend this platform.
Are you ready, King?
Casper does one more mote over here. Pull red. How about that?
I don't have anything to deal with the Cyclops.
Good, I've got a sniper.
Pull left, please.
Alright, Heather is from blue side, DPS is on the red side.
Try and essentially just stand right next to the red banking pillar. There you go. slaughter him.
There we go.
Good
That's a
job.
one phase. I think 125k per crit. Really too much, man.
Just in case you ever do that again, Strides, that is usually not a one phase.
That is the exception, not the rule.
We're just that good.
Back on day 1, that used to be a 4 phase.
Ah, pain, man.
With the current perks we have right now, yeah,
This
it's
is
too
probably
easy.
the most overpowered we'll ever be in the near future.
Anarchy wants to work.
Turns out like that random worm nade launcher is OP as fuck. Right, that chest on the right will give you your divvy.
Oh my god.
Make sure you equip it for us, please.
Well,
We once had a guy leave before he got his divvy and we had to do the entire thing again. Very
I can't
sassy.
remember who was that.
I think it might have been Nibs on a recover count.
Of course it was. Of course it was.
That's all good.
Well,
We
there
do
you
it
go.
now.
There you go. Indeed. Anytime. Anytime.
What did you find in Narnia King? A wall.
A wall of
It's
death?
not very
or just a
adventurous, Destiny.
wall of death?
Oh, Strides, if you want to see something neat, follow Tiger. There's a hole where you can get out of the map.
Imagine.
I'd be very surprised if they bothered to patch this. It doesn't actually go anywhere, really.